Now then folks, Ian Longo, Juice FM, another quick tractor video on how to do acapellas, a way that I've just recently found out. A big up to Lee Hardy as well for giving me a quick heads up on how to do it. So, sort of pass my bit of knowledge, what I've learned onto you guys, see if it can come in handy to use. Anyway, so what you want to do, it's a bit of a ball ache to do acapellas in Traktor if they're not, if they haven't been sort of warped or beat gridded into time, because acapellas, obviously there's no beat, so it falls out all over the place. But we found a way. Well, Lee Hardy found a way anyway, and he's passed it on to me, and I just thought I'd give you a quick video on how to do it. So you need something like, I use Ableton, you can use Acid or whatever other kind of program you use like that. So yeah, I use Ableton. Now obviously once you've got your acapella into Ableton and it's all warped into time, we'll just give it a quick play from here, see if it's in time.
Let's go take a ride in the car. I will take the passenger seat.
So as you can hear with the metronome on, it's in time. One more.
Let's go take a ride in the car. I will take the passenger seat.
So there you go, you can hear that's all in time because I've warped the acapella. So that is actually down to yourselves to learn how to warp acapellas in Ableton. I'm not going to sit here and show you how I do that. Anyway, so you can see I've saved it as 130 BPM. Now, it's not just, you can't just warp your acapella and then that's it. It pretty much won't work like that. What we found on the internet, a little tutorial, is if you actually warp your acapella and then give a few beats here, it'll just show you. So get a track that you've also warped as well, or beat gridded, it doesn't really matter. I've been going for this Fake Blood. I think I like it. So as you can see, that's already warped. Now what I'll do is just chop the first beat, which is Command E on the Mac. So now you've just got one beat. So now what you do, you just copy and paste that right along. You don't even have to go that far. You can just do, on the tutorial we found it said just use 8 beats, but for Traktor I like to put a lot of beats in so you can beat grid it and it'll be perfectly in time. So let's give you a quick listen. Oh, sorry. Now I know that sounds ridiculous, but when you've warped your when you've beat gridded your acapella, you will not be using any of these beats, so don't worry about that. I know it sounds a bit mad, why would you have that at the start, but it doesn't matter, don't worry. So put them at the start, then I just usually highlight them, copy them, and then stick them at the end as well. So basically what you're doing is you're making Traktor believe that this is actually a track with beats, because it's got beats at the start and at the end. Anything in the middle should stay in time because you've got beats either side. So obviously let's just check these are in time here, which they will be. Now if you listen to the acapella and then let it roll over to the beats, you'll hear that it's all in time.
Plug it in and turn me on.
So again, that's all done. Now what I'd usually do is excuse me, set my markers either side of that. That's all in. That's gonna render that. I've already done this, but I'll just do it again for argument's sake for you. We call it acapella. So obviously, if you're familiar with Ableton, you'll know that it only records to WAV. So we shall open, this is what Twisted Wave, it's a program I use to convert from WAV to MP3. So then I would go to that desktop, Traktor Acapellas, Talk Acapella. There you go, that's opened. I'll just normalise that. Let's save that now. Let's save that now as an MP3. This is why I was saying it's a bit of a ball ache to do, because you've got to do all that with the beats at the start and at the end, then you've got to save it down as a WAV and then save it as an MP3 if you want to do that. I just do that to save a lot of space on my hard drive, so you haven't got loads of acapellas saved as WAVs taking a lot of space up on your hard drive basically. So we'll save that. Yeah, that's cool. Right, now we can open Traktor. As you can see, I've already done this acapella, but for argument's sake I'll just do it again. Desktop Traktor acapellas. Right, so there's the two. There's the WAV that we first saved. I can now delete that. Now let's drop the MP3 version into Traktor. And you can see it's analysing it at the bottom there. Now we load it into deck 8. And obviously new feature in Traktor 2, you can go right in. You can come right into the beat and make sure it's right on, which you can see that'll do for that. That's what I'm happy with that. So obviously again, this is now the same sort of principle what you do with a track of beat grid in your tune, so you can hear the ticks like I showed you in my last video. You'll be able to hear that. So let's give it a play. So now you can understand why I said you put beats at the start, because now what you're actually beat gridding the acapella but to these beats, so it's actually, you sort of tricking Traktor into thinking that this is a full track, so anything after these beats should stay in time. So we'll see, let's have a look. I'll also leave the ticks on to represent the beat, see if the acapella's in time, just so you can hear.
Let's go take a ride in the car. I will take the passenger seat. Baby, we don't have to go far, unless you wanna show me a lovely place out of town, where you feel most at ease. Well, you are the one.
So there you go. That is also, now you've tricked Traktor into thinking that is a track because you put the beats at the start, and now your acapella's in time. You can set your cue points wherever you want and it'll all be in time.
I'm giving all of me, so what do you plug it in? Oh, 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 and turn me on.
So, bit of a ball ache. Are you going to do it? I don't know. I do it because I use acapellas quite a lot, so for me it's kind of a thing I've got to do, really. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully that's been some use to you of how you do acapellas in Traktor. So you try it and see if it works for you. Peace.